Hey everybody, I'm Stephen Kalayjian.
Wait.
Hey everybody, I'm Stephen Kalayjian, and thank you for joining me here today at sktrading.live. Very excited to be here for so many people from all around the world. I like to hold these live events throughout the week, throughout the month actually, because I think this is a great opportunity for you to get to talk to me one on one, really get to know what we do here, the process, and the ability to learn and answer any of the questions here. Would you prefer between prop firm and capital for beginners, and why? What I like to say about that is I think before you get into a prop firm, you have to learn the methodology. So there's a process that we have here, and it depends on your learning capabilities. Some learn this within a week, some learn this within a month. It also depends on the amount of time. But the most important thing here is that when you're trading the markets, you want to know the asset that you want to trade. And if you're a beginner, if you want to learn futures, to me that's the best asset in the world. But if you want to learn, there's a process, right? You need to paper trade, then you need to go into the sim mode, right? In the micros or the big ones, and understand the patterns before there was a time I met someone who actually bought 68 prop accounts firm. He was in a prop firm, paid 68, he blew up 68 before he came to me, and then I was able to put him on the right track. So, there's a method to the madness, right? And I believe that that's a process that I like to share with each and every one of you, that you have the ability to learn from me with my 41 years of experience, but more so what you want to do is not rush this and take your time. That's why one of my 5 keywords is patience, all right? So many people joining here. If there's any questions here, this is the question and answer period to get to know me, talk to me, learn my methodology, and also be in a position to really, what was the best trade ever? Oh, wow. Best trade ever. I know the worst trade I didn't do. My best trade ever, I think I was long about 200 million, a little over 200 million, maybe more, 240 million euro, pound, and the yens. And it was like 4 o'clock, 4:40 in the morning, and Bernanke cut the discount rate, and they went like that, shot right up. Sold everything. I think the total was north of $1 million on that. And actually, we oversold because I just said sell, and then boom, and I remember everything dropped after that. Hi, ready to short the spiders? Well, yeah, I'm bearish here because there are 4 big gaps below the market that I think are going to get filled. The one from a couple of days ago, but the big one is the 5670 on the S&Ps. I think the market's playing with borrowed time. But again, that's something that I have to, we have to watch here. Let's see. Any other questions here? So many people, whether you're trading Forex, whether you're trading commodity futures like gold or oil, what a beautiful short in oil just now off the 15s. Oil just really great patterns here today. Again, when you're trading, if you want to come join me each and every day, it's sktrading.live. Okay, sktrading.live. Options, I will tell you, the only way I think you can be trading options successfully is using the bigger time frames. Like today, when we had the big sell divergences on the 30-minute time frames, the S&Ps dropped from 73 down to 57, so 16 points there. I think that's the type of markets that you want to learn in the bigger time frames, okay? Yes, I do. I give out trade ideas during the day and ranges for longs and shorts in index futures, ETFs, individual name stocks, commodities futures. What a beautiful short in this oil, 72.60. Oh my Lord, oil just dropped 40 cents. First bounce on the 15-minute time frame. I also hold, I do a podcast every single night on my YouTube channel, and It's called The Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. So please watch me on that every night at 6 p.m. Eastern on my YouTube channel. Let's see here. Gold and silver prediction on the future. I think gold is a little bit overextended here. I think it's going to keep making higher lows. When gold got down to that 30.70, 30.80, within the last 3 weeks, I was a buyer down there. The GLDs got down to the below the 324. Now they're 312. So pretty good run up here. I do think that gold. I do believe that they're going to cut interest rates anywhere from 4 to 6, 7 times in 2026. I think that we get a move down between now and September, end of September, to fill 2 or 3 of those, maybe 4 of those gaps below the market. And then I think that we're going to go up and away to above 6,500 here. Something about today for the interest rates. I don't think they're going to cut interest rates today, but today is a press conference day, which means that at 2:30, the Chairman Powell is going to be taking questions and giving answers. So again, really, just going to be about to see. Depends on what he says here. I think the market is on borrowed time here. We're about 103 points away from making an all-time new high on the S&P futures, and I don't think that that's something that. Wow, S&Ps just ran 6 just now. Beautiful pattern on the 15. Wow, oil just dropped 60 cents on oil. Gold just dropped here. Coinbase making new highs. We bought gold position 50 million approximately. I think gold's going higher, but I think gold's going to pull in to make higher lows. So I think that 3,000 is a base. Just like when the S&Ps were trading back in March, when S&Ps were breaking 4,900, and I said I'd be a buyer below 48.70, below 49.50. There was no way I thought that the S&Ps were going to break that 4,800 breakout level. So what we do here each and every day, we're about hitting singles and doubles, just being able to identify the patterns, identify the trades in such a manner that you're able to compound your returns. It's all about being consistent. The expectations here are, well, I teach with over 41 years of experience. I teach my patterns, my chart overlay, which is on TradeStation and on TradingView. And is silver going to go up? I don't really look at silver, but it's going to go a little bit like brother and sister with gold. Again, what we do here is to be able to teach a style of trading that I'm accustomed to. My style is day trading. I like to go home flat at the end of the night. I don't like to have positions overnight. I like to enjoy my life. I live by the beach. I go down to the pier. I like to feel the sun in my face, the wind in my wind against my hair. I like to see the ocean, hear the sounds of the ocean, and smell the beautiful salt water off the ocean. So it's really exciting to do what you love, and then at the end of the night, go enjoy. I live here in Florida, and the sun's always beaming, and I love it, with that being said, do you think Iran is going to affect the NASDAQ? Not just the NASDAQ, the overall market. The market shot up today because there were rumors that, well, I don't know, but that Trump and Putin had a good call, and Putin's willing to negotiate a truce between the two, and also somewhere that Iran wants to come to the White House and make a deal. I don't know what to believe. Of course, it's going to have an impact one way or the other. It'll have a bigger impact if the United States gets involved. I don't think the American people want that. So he has to be very, very delicate on his decision for something like that. That if the United States did get involved, that could be a catalyst where the market can get absolutely kabooshed for a short period of time. Normally these things last about 16 days and then they rally 17 days straight up. So with that being said, what we're seeing is just a very slow market right now. Obviously 2 o'clock we have the minutes for the FOMC, and 2:30 today we have the conference with the chairman. Does anybody have any questions here? For us living in Africa, how do we get your mentorship? Well, you go to sktrading.live and you join my community of traders from all around the world. And what we do is, whether you're trading Forex, commodities, index futures, stocks, ETF, Bitcoin, it doesn't make a difference. The way I teach, the methodology I teach, is strictly based upon using 3 time frames, my 5 conditions, my 10 strategies, using my chart overlay, and being able to see these patterns repeat. All my strategies are based upon divergence patterns, and that's what I teach all day long. What do you think about the CL market? Was that the crude market? That went too fast. Love from Nepal. Thank you, Vicky. Very nice to meet you, Vicky. Very nice to meet you here. Please help 1 Bitcoin. Okay. What do you think about the crude market? I think the crude market, it depends. You really can't tell. If something's going to happen in the Middle East, crude's going to go higher. I kind of think that crude's going to pull in here. I did get a big breakout on crude on the daily charts above 60.40, pulled into like the 59.5. Never looked back on oil. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you very much. Opinions on options trading. Well, options trading is a little sore subject for me. I did 2 option long trades, and the rest of the option trades I've done in my life were always selling premium. I like to sell premium on names, selling naked calls or naked puts. I know that may not be something that, thank you, Vicky. I'm not sure if that's something that you are like to do, but if you're going to trade options, 99% of traders fail. 1% are successful because they don't know what they're doing. And that's why I built sktrading.live. It gives me the opportunity to empower all of you from the knowledge I have, the skill set, the technology, and the experience to give you the best so you can succeed. My legacy depends on your success. 62 years old, I'm not here to fool around. Every minute counts, and for me, it's really about moving the needle and getting people to correct their mistakes, because it's very easy to make mistakes here. And again, like I said, 99% of the people fail in this game, 1% are successful, because I feel that 99% of the people don't know what they're doing, don't have the right person in their life, the technology, and they do not know what they're doing. In my eyes, they're gambling, okay? All right? My mentorship is $79 or $99 a month. It includes my live stream from 9 to 4 every day. It includes my chart overlay if you get the $99 package, and it also it gives you the ability to come into my Discord live member community where you can talk to me throughout the day. How is AI useful in trading? That's a great question, actually. I'm actually in the process of building my system automation, God willing, hopefully in the next 6 to 8 months, and I'm going to be using a lot of AI and quantum and also causal theories to help build this to get better and optimize it, obviously, and get it into a much better place, okay? I'm a derivatives trader. I'd like to see what that one was. Hold on, let me just see here. For 2 years from India, unprofitable, 18,000 loss. I have a job offer in Denmark. As a junior trader in power and gas replace trading company. What salary ask? I have no idea. I thought that was okay. Do you watch the New York Times tick chart? Absolutely not. I do not, Ricardo. I do not. I do not look at a tick chart. I have my own way of looking at the markets, okay? Semiconductor ETF, would you have a position? I am bearish, so I would not, okay? Best trading strategy is to be able to be consistent, to be able to follow my methodology, to hit singles and doubles every single day and compound your returns. And when you hit your goals, you stop. As disciplined as that may sound, you stop. When you hit your goals, you stop. Okay? If you make 500 a day, you stop. If you lose 500 that day, you stop. Because it's about preservation of capital and wanting the ability to come back here. Okay? What about gold and silver? As I just said, which is your best price action? Basically, I look at price leads, indicators lag. So when the price leads and the indicators lag, it paints a picture using my software. Okay? And so anyway, all right. What else here? How much is a one-on-one mentorship? Well, I could talk to you again. Basically, I work with people one-on-ones, and it depends on how long and many parts to that. Okay. What else here? What about Raymond share? I don't know what that means. Again, whether you're trading Forex, pound dollar, euro dollar, dollar yen, whether you're trading gold, S&P, NASDAQ futures, Dow futures, Russell futures, stocks, ETFs, it doesn't make a difference here. Okay, you want to come from India? Okay, come on down. I saw on the desk, for some reason, I saw, what on the desk? Do you believe in astrology? What is he on my desk? I don't know. I don't see. Okay. All right. Nifty 50. Yes, actually, the Nifty 50 is something I looked at many years ago, and I do have the data for that. So that works pretty well in the Indian market. So I feel that that's something that is a very, very big index to trade. Thoughts on interest rates? I don't think they're going to cut interest rates. Maybe a quarter point at the end of the year. But I think the real big cuts come in 2026. Powell's term ends in May of 26. Trump and Powell do not like each other. Trump is just counting the days for Powell to get out, and then I think he's going to put somebody in there who's going to be pro cutting interest rates because he wants to reduce the interest that we're paying on our national debt. Okay, beautiful. All right. Hello, everyone. Okay, we will Fed cut rates to see any reaction. Okay, how much salary should I ask? I don't even know what the going rate is for something like that. Okay. Forex is banned in India. I didn't even know that. Okay, I did not know that. Well, you have the Nifty 50, and you have futures markets. I'm sure you can use to trade. Okay, collateralized loan obligations is a debt market instrument. I do not look at that. I look at the same names every single day: S&P futures, NASDAQ futures, the ETFs, the Spiders, Diamonds, Qs, and Russell, Avago, Palantir, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Meta, AMD, Nvidia, like I said, Avago, Coinbase, MSTR, HIMS, HIMS, SMCI, Tesla, great stock. Stocks that have big volume every single day. Interest rate predictions, zero cut today. Zero cut. What else? So glad to be here today. Again, I love doing these live events, so you get to know me, you get to hear my knowledge, and you also get to ask me questions one-on-one. Complexity between price action and psychology, to me, that's overthinking. I could literally come through that door, my brain is completely empty, and then basically what I do is I trade what I see based upon how I look at everything. How much is junior trader starting this? I have no idea. I don't know. I'm 41 years in the game. Everybody's different firms. What indicators are using? I use primarily my indicator 4, which is my own predictive analytics, which gives me, based upon pure mathematics, the ability to see market direction using the 3 various different time frames. Okay. I will. Okay. Well, Perret, nice. Hope you come join, and then I give out my number. I talk to you one-on-one. You get to know me. You're part of my community, and I'm here to help you, because I really do want to see so many people be so successful in their trading. To me, I think that this is one of the greatest gifts and the abilities, one of the greatest occupations there are in the world, to be a self-entrepreneur. Nobody handed me anything. I traded, I killed what I ate, and that's how I live my life. And I did have the opportunity to work with one of the best hedge fund managers in the world, a very good good friend of mine for over 40 years, and still talk to him today, and it's unbelievable the respect that we have for each other. So basically, sktrading.live is my, I have an idea of building brokerage app. Are you in? I don't know. I do give out my, do not listen to confusion about too much screens. Okay, so let's get something straight. So, I know I'm on Instagram and all these different social media platforms. People say, oh, I'm going to get radiation poison. Who's paying his electric bill? Listen, you guys don't understand what I do here, right? the good Lord gave me a gift. I can see many things at once. I know the math behind what I'm looking at. I wrote it. Took me nearly 10 years of my life. What I'm doing is disseminating. People say, well, why can't you just flick between 1 or 2 tabs? That's not how it goes. When you're trading the indexes, you need to look at the underlying ETFs during the U.S. session. A lot of times you'll get looking at bigger time frames that will tell you something. Like today, for example, when the markets were making new highs, I was shorting them. Why? Because I had cell divergences off the 30 and 60-minute time frames. I'm able to see things dynamically and disseminate the information to various different hedge funds, family office, prop firms, and to my overall community. Okay, so again, it's just about really gaps in the charts really matter? Absolutely. I've been doing this for over 41 years, and I've seen almost every gap get filled. Okay? Have you started to sell signals? Is this something we want to know? No. I mean, basically, I love teaching. I love guiding and teaching. And for me, it's about now I'm looking to build my own family office up here. I've traded my own money for many, many years. And now I like to start this and be able to teach people my methodology, and hopefully I can help people along the way. It's my decision. Okay, how do you find liquidity? I look at the names that have the most volume. These names here probably trade over a billion shares a day. All right. I don't manage money. I hope to in my family office in the next couple of months if I get that going. That's something I'm really looking forward to. Okay. What else here? Teach me, sir. Okay, well, you got to come to sktrading.live, and I will love to teach you here. How do you start from zero? Well, I have a lot of people who are beginners. It's a process. You have to decide how much time you want to invest in this, what asset you want to trade, and then from there, what the ability for you to be able to sit, watch, learn, listen, and be able to decide how your learning skills are from the standpoint of using technical studies and understanding how I teach my methodology. All right. Love from India, love from the United States. Okay, where's my office located? Teach online. I don't teach online. I teach during my live stream, and my office is here in Florida. Okay. What else? I do not do paid courses. I believe in only dynamic learning. I don't believe in people selling books or courses. It's not something I really believe in. I believe in that there is a way to learn dynamically. That's how I learn: visualization and repetition. All right. Shout out, please, Nakib. I hope I'm saying that right. Nakib. Love from Nigeria. Very nice. Hello. Very nice to meet you from Nigeria. Cater01. Let's see. What else? So many other questions. Liquidity. Hey, Greece. Hi, Constantine. Nice to meet you, Constantine. Very nice to meet you. Can you use examples of your strategy on trades on the disconnect? Well, a lot of times I can't do it here now. But again, I post a lot of stuff on social media, on my official X at Stephen Kalayjian. You can see some really good patterns there that I post every so often. I give you one strategy for trading. You have to know my algorithms. You have to understand. For me, the best strategy I like is when I'm bullish on the 60 and the 15-minute time frame, and the 30-minute reverses to buy or sell. That's one of my most strongest patterns, really. But I know you don't understand what I'm saying. But I used to trade Forex, no more. Pound dollar, euro dollar, and dollar yen were my favorite. So that's about it. So again, I love doing what I do. I love meeting people from all around the world: Morocco, Switzerland, France, Australia, all around the world, United States, obviously. And it gives me a lot of great joy to hear so many people wanting to learn, the passion that they have. I have more passion now in my little finger than I had when I was 28 years old. And for me, I do not look at Fibonacci at all. And for me, I think one of the greatest joys is the ability to teach you because my legacy depends on your success. But for me to be able to change your life and give you the ability to learn from someone with over 41 years of trading experience, okay? What does the chart show behind? I don't know. I just have a chart of CRWV. I should just put up the index futures here. I'll just put up the index futures here really quick. How much time you need to learn? I can't really tell you that because everybody learns differently. Some people take a week. Some people take a month. Some people take a couple weeks. It doesn't make a difference. But in the end, what happens is that it really depends on how much time you have to commit to this. That's the real thing. Me, I'm committed. I'm here every single day, sick, healthy, whatever. I'm here because I love doing this, and it gives me a lot of great joy here. Okay. Today, FMC, what is planned for gold? I think it's going to be unchanged. I think gold's just in a very narrow range here today. I don't really see much happening here. Okay. What do you think about the India stock market? I have no knowledge of the Indian stock market, so it wouldn't be fair for me to. I do not look at volume, and I do not look at dark pools. And I do not look at volume, dark pools, or liquidity for that matter. My strategies are based purely on the indicators I have set. I studied this, I built it, I forward tested, and I believe my strategies are very significant. Okay, gold. Okay, gold's up 4, so I don't know what that means here. FTMO, it has to be right for you. There's a lot of firms that are coming up every day. 2 or 3 are popping up. FTMO, I believe it does Bitcoin and also does Forex. So you have to decide what instruments you like, right? How many points do you use on the range? So NASDAQ depends on the volatility on the NASDAQ. Sometimes it could be 20, 30, 40, depending on the volatility, and you're scaling into the position based upon the volatility here, okay? Any tips for a teenage trader who wants to become a profitable trader in years? Yes, that's a very great question. I think that learning futures markets is probably the best. You know, again, it's not just about reading books, but learning from someone like myself who can teach you the futures markets, eventually learning the platform. There are 3 steps here to learn from me. 1, learning my multiple time frames, learning my conditions in the market, learning the 10 strategies. The next step is learning my indicators, my numbers to the right, my terminology. Also learning my strategies and learning how to scale into a position. And then part B of that is also learning how to execute your orders on a matrix/ladder. If that's the execution piece that you would normally use, okay? Best confirmation indicator, I don't have any. I use what's called multiple combinations based upon my combination methodology. I just do not look at one indicator. I use sometimes 85% of my indicators, which are, you don't know what they are, 1, 3, and 4, and 15% of the time I use indicators 1, 2, 3, 4. My third part that's really important is to be proactive, to ask why, understand what's going on. Buy 5 S&Ps at 6.5, and to be able to really learn the markets in such a great way. Okay, Bitcoin unable to hold growth and particularly I'm bearish on the market. Okay, so I like to see the market pull in here, make a higher low between now and September, down to 51, 5,200. If you bought them, sell them out 7.5, and then look for the market to rally on the way up there. Okay, gold moves very, very aggressively, especially on FOMC day, but we have to see exactly what the statement is. Okay, algo trading and manual trading is better for a trader. I like doing both. Sold them. Okay, what's the strategy? I don't understand. When do you subscribe for an idea for fair value gaps? I do not look at. I just look at my technicals, and I can determine when and how long these gaps will take to get filled, especially on the downside and or on the upside. Okay. All right. Again, thank you for joining me here today. I do have a podcast called The Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. I made a staggering amount of money over the years, and I'm very blessed. Now it's your turn to learn from me. Again, I have a podcast every single day called The Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Please watch that. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment. Thank you for joining me here today. I have a live channel every day called sktrading.live. Please join my community of traders from all around the world. Thank you for giving me this time. I hope to see you all soon. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Be well, everybody.